Hey everyone, we are back again for another Dokkan battle video. So today we're going to talk about New Year's. So New Year's celebration. We are getting DOKKANFEST LR, Piccolo Power Awakening, and Ultimate Gohan from Dragon Ball Super Superhero. So finally they're coming, right? Orange Piccolo, Beast Gohan. We both know it. We all know it's happening, right? We're all aware. I mean, I've seen some controversy, I suppose, saying that, it's not really going to be transformation units. They're going to be active skills and then blah, blah, blah. I really don't think so. I do think they're going to be transforming. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see for sure. But, I'm very convinced they're going to be transforming. I think the biggest win here, though, is that they're actually LRs, right? Dokkanfest LRs for New Year's, first time ever. First time characters have been introduced to the game as LRs. Huge for Dokkan, huge for Beast Gohan, huge for Power Awakening Piccolo in particular, I think. I mean, obviously everyone's super excited for Beast Gohan, so am I. Can't wait for Beast Gohan. Beast Gohan's great. He's gonna be the best. He's gonna be the best unit in the game, I'm pretty sure. But I think for the game, I think Power Awakening Piccolo is a huge addition because watching the Mechians be like a top 5 team now. Once we get like this Power Awakening Piccolo, we're bound to get like a standalone Piccolo. We've STR Piccolo for the cooler move we got for worldwide. Physical Piccolo is probably going to easy A, and then maybe in a few months we might get like a Demon King Piccolo, Dokkanfest perhaps. That would be pretty cool, or a Junior from the 23rd World Tournament. Like I'd be down for that as well. Again, the Mechians is very close to being like a super good team very soon. But, of course, I wanted to make a quick concept just so we can talk about it, and why not? It's a fun discussion. And it's been a while since I've actually sat down and recorded a video with me talking in it, because obviously a lot of them have just been with the OSTs playing over them because I just haven't had a lot of free time. But today I've sat down, we're going to do it. So, yeah, let's talk about the New Year celebration. So, Dokkanfest LR Piccolo, Power Awakening. I decided he'd be physical. There's no real reasoning behind that. I just see Orange Piccolo and I'm like, physical. Physical makes sense. I could also see him being STR, to be honest. I'm not sure if STR needs him right now. I mean, they just got a 200% Carnival LR in the Goku from like the Hachiak special, so I guess they just got a buff, so they're fine. But I could also see STR for him. But I think physical suits the most. So we will go through this. So, if you've been paying attention on Twitter, or maybe you've seen a YouTube video from other YouTubers discussing it, but DBS Heroes has been like in the data, I guess. It's a category. Now, we don't entirely know what's in it yet. I'm just going to assume it's basically Dragon Ball Super's version of GT Heroes. So, just all the main like heroes of Dragon Ball Super. So, it's going to be pretty strong, right? And I think there's a good chance Piccolo leads it, or Gohan, or both. I think, again, it's very likely. But anyways, yeah, I have him here as DBS Heroes or Bond of Master and Disciple, 3 key 170, with an additional 30% to Movie Heroes or Battle of Wits. So, let's discuss this leader skill. DBS Heroes, new category. I'd say it's basically nailed on that one of them, if not both, are going to lead this category. I wouldn't be angry if it was both. I'd be perfectly okay with it. It makes sense to me, right? But yeah, for Bond of Master and Disciple, I think that's the category probably best suited for Piccolo in this movie. I think I like the idea of that, and Bond of Master and Disciple is a pretty good category, and I think it needs a full 170 lead. Although there is a chance that I'd say relatively soon, maybe even the celebration, there's a chance in future Gohan EZAs that he would be Hybrid Saiyans and Bond of Master type of 170 across the board, which would be pretty good. But I mean, I'd be okay if they EZA like Dokkanfest, Physical Piccolo, and then just give this guy his 170 lead as well. I'd be okay with any of those. I've seen some people talk about Tech Gohan. I would rather they save Tech Gohan personally. I know people want to like, oh well, now they have an excuse to make his EZA mid or mediocre now, and then they can get him out of the way. But I would prefer if they just didn't. Just wait. I think that'd be more fun. And seeing Tech Gohan just be like a god again. Well, he's still very good right now, but like actual god would be very funny. But save that for when I think he needs it. Even though I'm not sure if Akatsuki will. Anyways, so DBS Heroes and Bond Master and Disciple was pretty big, right? Between those two, like I would imagine that category is probably at least 250 characters or more. like in my box, right? Like I'm missing a bunch, but I'd still say 250 to more, and that's big, right? So movie heroes are battle of wits for the 30%. So if we look at just the battle of wits side, that's a lot of Trunks units. I think every Dragon Ball Super Trunks would be on the 200% because they'd be on both Bond Master and Disciple and DBS heroes. So all of them would be all Trunks units 200%, at least from Dragon Ball Super. I can't remember if the DBZ Trunks is on it, like from the Frieza fight and stuff, and fighting the androids in the past and Cell and such. I can't remember if they're on Bond Master and Disciple and Battle of Wits. They might be, but I don't think they are. Anyways, so yeah, obviously this would include all Piccolo units. That's all of them on the 200%, including STR Piccolo, who's the big one, of course. I mean, Tech Piccolo, guys. We love Tech Piccolo here from the Namek Saga. Really good unit. But, yeah, Piccolo units. And, yeah, that's Bond Master Disciple and Battle of Wits. DBS Heroes Battle of Wits. That's Vegito, mostly. That's definitely Vegito. And I know Vegito is dead in Dokkan right now. Well, when I say Vegito, I mean Vegito Blue, of course. Because, yeah. But yeah, obviously Vegito is basically dead in Dokkan right now. I mean, Tech VB, the ECA one we just got in global, he's solid. You know, you can make him look good, right? But he's not like ridiculously good. He's usable. Same with STR free to play VB, who I definitely think is more consistent than Tech VB, but better maybe. I don't know. You could argue that yourself, I think. But yeah, he's okay. I know he's fine. Like that's it though. They're fine. You can use them in certain situations. Like I used STR VB against like the Metal Cooler Core. I've used like Tech VB versus like Broly. What type of advantage they can cook, but that's kind of it, I think, for them. But yeah, not a huge amount on DBS Hero Battle of Wits, at least off the top of my head. I'm doing this off the top of my head. I don't have anything in front of me. I'm just kind of talking into a microphone. For DBS Heroes, movie heroes, right? We're looking at Blue Gokus, Blue Vegetas. We're looking at the LR Gods. They're the big one, really. I mean, obviously they have a bunch of 200% leads, including their own, but now they have another one under Piccolo's team. I think that works as well. Resurrection F Blues, I mean, they're not great, but you know what I mean. And then Bond Master and Disciple movie heroes, again, Resurrection F Blues are the ones that mostly come to mind. I'm pretty sure Goku from the Universe 6 tournament is on that. I mean, that's irrelevant now, but in the future, Blue Kaioken Goku from the Universe 6 fight, I think, could get another Dokkanfest at some point. I could see it, maybe like for Golden Week next year. Like, Blue Kaioken Goku and Hit could be pretty cool. I'd be perfectly okay with that, for example. But, you know, something like that would be cool, I think. But, yeah. The category, it's not like, we're talking units that are getting to 200% themselves. There's not going to be that many. Well, there's going to be a few, but it's not going to be like super top tier stuff. Also, like DBS Trunks, I know I said we get 200%. He's getting a Dokkanfest soon, right? Like, the Sword of Hope with good animations, that's coming, of course. Like, I mean, I don't think the moment's incredibly cool, but I know it's getting a Dokkanfest. Could even get an LR, for sure. So, you know, this category has room for growth. It's not the strongest right now, but it will get stronger. Keep in mind when the anime comes back, which I'm like 99% sure should be announced in like, you know, soon, right? Soon, guys. Definitely happening. I'm not coping. When that does happen, of course, like we'll get stuff from like the manga, like Ultra Ego Vegeta would be on this category, or on DBS Heroes, not the full 200%, but you know what I mean. Like this category has room for growth, is what I'm saying. Also, stuff like UI Goku and stuff, like from TOP, like they'll come back because, let's be honest, Universal's website is dead right now, but it'll come back and then this will buff the team a significant amount, I think. Right, so let's talk about super attack effects, because I spent a long time talking leader skills. I can't see how long this recording's already been, but I apologize for anyone who actually wants to listen to me. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if people just skip through this, so I'm sorry, but I'll try and move on. So, the 12 to 17 key super is the Demon Stone Rend. I was actually rewatching Superhero yesterday, well, just some clips, just to give me a kind of an idea of what we could look at for super attacks, because this, to be honest, there's not a whole lot. We're looking at Beast Gohan, and we're looking at Orange Piccolo. They do a whole lot, right? That's super memorable. I mean, there's some stuff for Beast Gohan. There's like one thing he does, so, but we'll talk about him when we get to him, right? Like, they're going to get separate videos. This is just Piccolo. But anyway, the Demon Stone Rend is kind of, it's his blue card from Legends. If anyone plays Dragon Ball Legends, it's the one where like he kind of gets a bunch of rocks to get kind of forms them together and then tosses them, like that thing. That's a cool attack. Why not have it in Dokkan? So, Demon Stone Rend, stacking attack and raises defense for 1 turn. It's a fine super attack effect. He's getting defense on super. I can't imagine these units not getting defense on super. These are, I do think both Orange Piccolo or Power Awakening Piccolo plus Ultimate Gohan / Beast Gohan are going to be the best units in the game. So I tried to make them the best units in the game without like I think there can be, I think both my concepts here are stronger than Vegeta and Trunks, but Vegeta and Trunks, Carnival Goku, LR Cool or Gamma 1, whoever you think the best unit in the game. These are like all candidates off the top of my head for best unit in the game, but yeah. So yeah, defense for 1 turn, stacking attack on 12k. 18k is a special beam cannon, you know, the one he fires off against Gamma 2, but then Gamma 2 nullifies it, looks sick. But yeah, on that he is stacking defense and he has a 70% chance to stun, which I think is fair. I think it's pretty strong. Like stacking defense, obviously very good, and then great chance of stunning, obviously really good for super battle, stuff like that. So passive skill, this is not going to end the way it did before. Activates entrance animation once only. So this is him when he just, you know, becomes Power Awakening Piccolo real quick. It's very quick and simple, but I think it's cool. So we're going to do that for the entrance. And it gives him 30% damage reduction. There's no condition, it just happens. It's like the Resurrection of Blues or the LR Gods or the Super Saiyan 4s, LR Gold and Frieza. Like there's no condition, it just happens, right? So, yeah. So entrance, and he has 30% damage reduction, which isn't crazy, but it's like, it's good, you know? Like, the new Carnival Goku has 30% damage reduction, and it holds up. LR Gold and Frieza like wears down to 30% damage reduction, and he's still quite tanky, but it's because of how high his stats are. Keep in mind, again, Piccolo is a stacking unit with damage reduction, so just keep that in mind. So here, let's delve in a little bit more into his passive here. Key 5 and 150% attack and defense at start of turn. And he gets 1 extra key per type key sphere obtained. So, Piccolo units in general, right? Let's be real. They don't have like the super common links, you know, like Prepare for Battle or Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan Golden Warrior, all that type of stuff. Piccolo obviously is not going to have those. So giving him key at the start, I think is fair. And 5 key is not actually too uncommon. Like LR Golden Frieza gives himself 5 key at the start of turn. LR Final Form Cooler gives himself 5 key at the start of turn. You know, all this type of stuff. So 5 key at the start of turn for him, I think is fair. 150% attack and defense, and then 1 key per type key sphere attained. So it's quite easy to get his key. He shouldn't struggle, really. So he has a high chance of performing a crit for 5 turns after receiving an attack. So if he's in slot 1, or he gets AoE'd by like, who's an AoE boss? Baby? Red Zone Baby? Or like Broly's AoE, I guess, right? AoE Super would also count. So something like that. Once he gets hit first, he gets a 50% chance to crit for 5 turns, which I think is a pretty strong effect. 50% chance to crit, obviously very strong. He gets 50% extra defense on super attack, which I think is also quite strong. And he's also doing a guaranteed additional super when launching an ultra super. So an 18k. So when he does an 18k, he does a 12k. Same effect as LR Merge Zamasu, for example. I think he has the exact same wording, actually. And then he recovers 10% HP at the end of the turn in which an attack is received. So again, Piccolo units tend to heal, like Dokkanfest Physical Piccolo, for example. So yeah, that's where that comes from. But yeah, so let's just break this down, just so you have an idea of how strong he is. Now, he's not, I don't think this is the best unit in the game. It's when he becomes Orange Piccolo. I do think he's like competing with Vegeta Trunks, if not better. I would argue better. So this is how it works. So again, 30% damage reduction. Very easy key mechanic. Once he gets hit, crit, high chance to crit for 5 turns. He's gaining 50% defense on super attack. Keep in mind. So let's just break this down, this part here. So let's just say you get an 18 key super. So he's stacking defense. He has a 70% chance to stun. So he's getting a defense stack. He's getting the 50% defense from his super attack effect. Or from his passive, sorry, right here. Additional 50% right here. Then he does a guaranteed additional super, where he's also getting defense from his 12 key super attack effect. And that is also stacking his attack. So he's getting a defense stack, 50% defense, and then 30% defense for 1 turn. It's quite a bit. And again, he does a damage reduction. Again, he has a decent chance to crit. He's also healing. So yeah, there's a decent bit to him here. I think he's going to be quite strong for sure. And because he's built-in addition, so he's got built-in addition, he's got built-in crit, he's got damage reduction. I think there's a lot here to work with. So his active skill, which is him awakening into Orange Piccolo. Here is the condition. It is 70% HP or below from the 4th turn. I wanted to make it pretty easy, like not ridiculously easy. Like I don't think it would be like Ancient Golden Frieza from 2 years ago, where it's just there's basically no condition, just transform wherever you want, right? I think there's gonna be some condition. I think 70% HP or below 4th turn. I think that's perfectly fine, and you don't even have to instantly transform because again, he is stacking defense, right? So I think that's pretty good. So you might want to stick around, stack a bit of defense before you awaken, no problem. And you know you get. As 70% or below is not the hardest to get. You'll get it pretty commonly, but you know there's the rare occasion where you get unlucky and you won't get it. But yeah, so link set. This is what I went with. Namekians, Gaze of Respect, Cold Judgment, Shocking Speed, Brainiacs, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. So Namekians, I think he's gonna have. I just think it makes sense. If you also want to revive this Namekian team, which I would like it to be good. The best unit on the category should probably have the link, right? Gaze of Respect. Gaze of Respect I don't think is a great link. Like it's fine. Like what it gives I think is fine. I think it's 2 key, 10% attack defense or something like that. Or maybe it's 20% defense and 2 key. It's something like that anyways. It's quite good. It gives quite a bit of stats. The link is banned because not a lot of units have it. So I could see Orange Piccolo having this. And I could also see Beast Gohan having this, but potentially. So if both of them have it, plus like I think STR Piccolo also has Gaze of Respect. You know, if you have this like kind of trio of units having it, then that certainly helps, I think, for sure. Cold Judgment, it's just a very good defensive link, and I could see it. I could also see Beast Gohan having Cold Judgment, and this he'd also share this with like Gamma 1. I forgot about the Gammas to talk about DBS heroes and movie heroes. Yes, the Gammas, obviously. Duh. But yeah. Cold Judgment, another good link. Shocking Speed. I think, why not? Give him Shocking Speed. Brainiacs, again. Another good link. Fierce Battle and Legendary Power. So, yeah, that's his link set. I think it's a pretty strong link set, actually. Like, he's going to be sharing a couple of links with a lot of the top tier units in the game. Like, the other Super Saiyan 4s, he's sharing Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. Let me think. Gamma 1, Cold Judgment, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, Tech Ultimate Gohan, Cold Judgment, Brainiacs, Fierce Battle. You know, stuff like that. I think it's a solid enough link set. Anyways, moving on to his categories. He's on a few. I might have missed some, but I think these are all the ones off the top of my head that he would fit into, which is Namekians, Worthy Rival, Bond of Master and Disciple, Movie Heroes, DBS Heroes, Battle of Wits, Gifted Warriors, Fused Fighters, Warriors Raised on Earth, and Miraculous Awakening. I don't think there's any more here. Actually, I just thought about it. I'm a dumbass. He would also be on Giant Form. Spoiler, but my Piccolo does have a Giant Form. So Giant Form as well. Yeah. I guess you could maybe put him on Final Trump card because of his Giant Form. I'm not sure if you will be. He could be, right? I mean, we can toss it in here. We'll just say he does get Final Trump card. So I think that puts him at 12 categories, which is quite good. So he's buffing a bunch of teams. A bunch of these teams are dead too. Like Worthy Rivals, kind of dead right now. Bond Master and Disciple, again, dead. Movie Heroes, like the best team in the game. DBS Heroes is going to be one of the best teams in the game, I think. Battle of Wits is like, it's coming along. We really need Vegetos and Trunkses to like help that category. Android 17 as well, actually. Actually, MVP 17, the physical one, he would also be on the 200%. I forgot about him too. And he'll easy at some point, and I'm sure he'll probably get a DOKKANFEST as well, again, at some point with decent animations. Like, I know they use a lot of those good animations on those 2 LRs from the 6th year anniversary, but I think there's more they could get, to be honest. Gifted Warriors, dead. Fused Fighters. I mean, he's going to link up okay with the LR Super Saiyan 4s, you know? Warrior Raised on Earth. It's actually quite a strong team under Yamcha's leader skill. Miraculous Awakening, just another buff for that. And then Giant Form. And then Final Trump card as well. Another good buff for them. I mean, Final Trump card, ESPR just came out from JP. That's a very difficult stage. Orange Piccolo would be a big buff to that. So yeah. Anyway, his stats, not hugely important, but I think they're quite high. I give him very high defense and quite high attack. So, again, I do think these units should be the best in the game, so I tried to emulate that as the best I could. Let's move down here. There's Orange Piccolo. I mean, the quality's not great here, but you can see that's his Dokkan art right there. So let's go through some super attack effects. So, Mystic Combination. Now, this isn't really an attack he does, because I was looking at the film again, and I was like, wow, Orange Piccolo doesn't really do a whole lot of fighting, does he? I mean, at least in this small, not non-giant form, he doesn't really do a whole lot of fighting. So there's only so much I can do. But Mystic Combination is actually based on when he's still technically in Piccolo Power Awakening. It's when he's attacking Cell Max and they first hit his weakness, right? And he hits that blast. Like a bunch of random attacks and kind of a blast at the end. I think they could just steal that and use it for Orange Piccolo. Don't think it's a big deal. They probably will do something like that anyway. So, yeah. So the super attack effect, 50% defense for 1 turn, 70% chance to stun. I think that's fair. Again, strong super attack effect, 50% defense, especially when his defense is going to be so high after stacking it for so long, right? Then 18 key, the super Magic Heisen. I'm going to go with Magic Heisen. Now, I'm not sure what that's going to be. I just kind of made it up. I know it's one of Piccolo's attacks. I don't think he actually does it in the movie, but again, they could steal from something else in another movie he does and just have Orange Piccolo do it. I don't think it'd be a big deal. No one's going to be mad, really. But yeah. So that's a 100% attack and defense for 1 turn. Mega Colossal. I think let's just go for it. Let's just cook, right? Let's do it. So 100% attack and defense. So here we go. Shenron threw in one hell of a power-up, his name of the passive, which is, what he says after he basically just bodies Gamma 2, right? It's very funny. But yeah, here we go. This, hopefully, I think I made him strong enough without making him, ridiculously dumb, I think. I don't know, you be the judge. You let me know in the comments if you want to have some interactions with me. By all means, let me know what you think of this. So, 15% HP recovery at the start of turn. So instead of after receiving an attack, he just gets it at the start of turn. I think it's a little bit better, personally. So, he gives himself 8 ki at the start of turn. I think it's fine. Why not? Give him extra ki. And then 250% attack and defense at the start of turn as well. Because again, Orange Piccolo, the way I see him, is just man's a Chad. He's built, he kind of gives me Jiren vibes, and Jiren also is just big number. But obviously, we can't just give him big numbers, so. But I did like the idea of just big raw stats at the start. So that's why he has 250% attack and defense. He also gets even easier way of getting ki, 2 ki per type of ki sphere obtained. So again, Orange Piccolo, I'm not going to struggle with ki at all. He's guard for free. Again, he's a wall. The way I view Orange Piccolo is just a wall, just completely impenetrable wall. So I've kind of emulated that with guard. So then he gets an additional 100% attack for the rest of battle after receiving an attack. So instead of getting crit for 5 turns after getting hit, he just gets 100% attack for the rest of battle. And once he hits it once, kind of stole some tech Ultimate Gohan when he actually becomes Ultimate Gohan. I know there's never any reason to transform him, but one of the things he does do is get 58% attack for the rest of battle. I'm just giving Piccolo 100%, because again, why not? Yeah, so okay, here's the rest of it. I wanted Piccolo to be around Bondmaster and Disciple units, because when I think of the Bondmaster and Disciple category, I know it was Interfuture Gohan who actually introduced the category, but when I think of Bondmaster and Disciple, Piccolo is always the first character that comes to mind. So I kind of wanted to emulate that here. So the way it works is Piccolo gets 7% damage reduction per Bondmaster and Disciple category ally on the team, which is why he leads the category, up to 35%. So he could have 35% damage reduction on top of guard, which is very strong, plus it's ridiculously high stats. It's crazy. So yeah, he also gains an extra 100% defense on super. And then again, same thing here, additional super when he launches an 18 ki super. Okay, here we go. This is where Piccolo gets really dumb right here. All attacks become critical hits when ki is 24. So if Piccolo does a 24 ki super, it's a guaranteed crit. And then his additional super is also a guaranteed crit. And remember, he's getting 100% attack on his 18 ki super. So Yeah, Piccolo's gonna do a lot of damage, right? And he's stacky attack and base, keep him on, which is why, again, I suggested that you keep him base for a while. And then he has a 70% chance of evading unarmed super attacks and countering with tremendous power, which is basically going to be the scene of when that Gamma 2 is like punching him. Piccolo kind of just stares down at them and then just one shots Gamma 2. That's basically what that is, right? So, yeah, I do think Orange Piccolo here is ridiculously strong. Really high start of turn stats, really great key mechanic. He's guarding, 100% attack for the rest of battle after he gets hit, damage reduction, defense on super, defense from a super attack effect, launching multiple supers, guaranteed critting, counters. Yeah, I think Piccolo's very, very dumb. And we will quickly go over his other transformation, which is his giant form. So you can be used when HP is 50% or below, once only. And then Giant Piccolo just has destructive damage to enemy. And that's basically it. Other than his passive, which he gives himself 8 key and guaranteed crits like HL Cell. So yeah, that's my Piccolo concept. I think I made Piccolo strong enough. Well, maybe not base Piccolo or Power Awakening Piccolo, but Orange Piccolo absolutely is far strong enough. I think is the best unit in the game. Until we do Beast Gohan, which his video will be out tomorrow. So do come back if you are interested and seeing what I think of Beast Gohan. Sorry there. But yeah, that is my concept. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.